All right, this is the Currency Podcast. Welcome on in. This is my guest, Kinan Attar. Glad to be here at Cafe Kerouac.
We're two big shot celebrities.
We're famous. Yeah.
We're very famous.
And that's why they allowed us in here.
Exactly, yeah.
They rolled out the red carpet and the red awning anyway. It's, one of the best places to shoot a live podcast, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever done that before here?
No. I've never done this before.
What an opportunity! Wow.
It is
Kind of silly.
Like every
It is yeah.
It is funny to do this.
Hello?
Remember that time we went to the Olive Garden?
I do remember that, actually, yes.
Yeah, well, me and Kinan tried to shoot a podcast episode at, wait, could you talk into your mic again one more time?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, okay, it's good.
Hello?
Anyone can talk into the mic. Any person can get involved, be part of the mic.
Yeah, this is a mic of the people, for the people.
All mics. We have 4 mics up here, so
Sorry.
they're good to record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we tried to shoot a podcast episode at an Olive Garden, and then
Now the next thing.
Yes. That was a fun experience.
yeah. Do you think we should try again, or
We could, if you want.
it went south because we might have inferred that I was a serial killer to
Yes.
the waitress,
Yes.
and then she reported it, and then
I don't think she reported it.
Search. That sounds reasonable. I'm gonna search.
I think what happened is she just went back to the kitchen and told everybody.
Right here, right now.
yeah, she reported it to the staff.
And then the manager came out. She was actually concerned.
That's too.
I called you a famous serial killer on the run.
Yeah,
Yeah, 488.
I might be that. I'm just not famous.
Next.
Just a serial killer would have done it.
Yeah.
I think are you a religious guy?
No.
Okay. All right, that ends that, and then we'll move on to something else.
Yeah.
Did you like used to be Muslim?
Yeah, I grew up Muslim.
Okay, but you're not now.
No.
So what's your relationship to Allah?
I'm just. I guess I would say I'm like spiritual now. Like I don't.
Grades out.
You don't take too much stock in Allah?
No, I don't.
Allah.
It is like
You grew up pretty Christian and lived.
That's right.
How long
I
of your
don't
life?
usually praise Allah that often, just as a result of how I was raised.
So.
I wish that I could get into it.
Yeah.
Praise some Allah.
Do you want to do the Shahada right now?
Yeah, well, how do you do that?
We'll have you convert to Islam right now.
Wait.
I don't know. That might make me a little uncomfortable, but if it gets some views,
Okay, sure. You ready?
do you think it'll get views if I convert to Islam?
I guess maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
The people will like it.
Yes. I think people will find it funny.
All right, what do I got to do?
You have to.
Can I unconvert out of it afterward, or is it irreversible?
No, you have to. It's like a. You can't leave, dude.
I gotta like fly a plane into a building or something.
You don't necessarily have to do that, but yeah.
We're not PC, you and I.
Oh my.
I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe myself as PC.
Yeah. So it's time to talk about the Jews then. Now that we got that out of the way.
Sure.
Like for the
We have we have 2 tables of people here
It's the biggest audience I've ever had.
listening.
I mean, for a live podcast.
Yes. What is a life? It's just an exercise of narcissism, basically.
I mean, we want it to
That's
be
correct,
interesting
yeah.
Everything that we do, we want
We're
it to
the
be
biggest
positive,
narcissists in the room.
So we don't want to have
Yeah.
And so then we're like,
too many-
people should hear us talk.
Definitely not too many.
Yeah.
We don't want to have
That's
too
what
many,
stand-up comedy is.
mostly it's too many.
You know what this is? Really, this is
We
like
want it to be as diverse as possible.
coming to a coffee shop and being like,
But
I want to
outside of that,
broadcast
yeah,
the
just
conversation that I'm having with this person over everybody else.
Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Not that much. There was a couple
It's
people who were
the
kind of
it's the
like,
easiest way to do things.
and then-
Like
Yeah.
we couldn't have done this in a car or like somebody's house.
Yeah,
We needed to do it here.
yeah.
Okay, so wonderful, all lowercase. I mean, I'm rethinking that this like a live. I don't know. Keep doing it live because it's a little unnecessary.
Folks, this is Currency Podcast. Live coming at you live from Cafe Kerouac.
Yes, in Columbus, Ohio.
We have two
A real
people.
place where two real people convened.
We have two beautiful people in front of the
Yeah.
camera right here.
One of the stories that she told
Something like that. Two beautiful people.
apparently
And,
We're two ugly people, honestly.
And then we have a group of people listening.
We're two ugly people that people don't like most of the time, I feel like. I'll speak for myself.
Would you be scared if like a person walked in and started like listening to us, like actually taking it?
Well, I mean, people are listening, so they're listening as much as they can. They're trying to listen, but they're like, oh, I have a conversation that's better than this.
Right.
So they're trying hard. They're like,
They're like, okay, listen, those Turkish people, man. Let me tell you.
Muhammad is the messenger of God.
Right?
I bear witness that there's no deity but God, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of God.
There you go. Congratulations.
So that's a vote for Islam. It's nice to bring Islam into public places, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
I'm usually against religion, but I guess this is kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about your meme page.
Sure.
Yeah. And how many followers do you have?
I think maybe now I have like 6,500.
Wow. How did you get started building that audience? Like, how did you build that audience?
Well, actually,
I just started making memes online.
Yeah, and you just accumulated followers during it?
Yeah. People just started sharing them and
just gonna talk shit about them.
yeah.
No, but like, because
Nice.
we already have presentations.
I got like grouped into like a community of like other meme pages.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like a scene,
Hold on.
sort of like a digital scene.
Oh, okay.
And then we just
You like and you
supported-
like interact with them.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like make friends with them.
Yeah.
Because we went to New York City and then you ran
We
into
have.
Yeah.
someone. Was that someone you met on your meme page?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have
okay. So you're just like not friends necessarily with them.
No, I'm
But
not.
you're friends. Oh, okay. So you would visit that person again if we went to New York? Oh, okay.
Well, the last time we went, actually, I met another person too.
That's too many.
Yeah,
Is it 3 or 4?
I know.
What was the
I think I just have like acquaintances. Really, we're not like
Oh, okay.
like close friends,
But
but
where-
people also like in other countries.
So you went to New York and LA in the last year. Which one do you like better?
No, New York for sure.
Yeah, do you see yourself leaving Columbus and going to New York to do stand-up?
Yeah,
When's that gonna happen?
I don't know.
No, like
I'm currently
drive
trapped.
What do you like about New York?
Drive is my thing. And I work-
It's there's a fun comedy scene.
You just kind of trust the comedy scene over there.
But
Yeah, it's more fun to do comedy there
Yeah,
than it is
okay.
to do comedy here for sure.
Yeah, like Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland is like your main influences for why the comedy scene is fun out there.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, there's a number of other people. Plus, I
Yeah.
always wanted to go there because of like
And I'm sure
the
that,
comedy
like,
cellar and
other people from the district have
Okay.
like,
Other,
things that
you
they
know.
want to talk about too, right?
So you'd rather go to the Comedy Cellar in New York than the Comedy Store in LA. You're
Yeah.
like the Comedy Cellar is more prestigious.
It's not about prestige. It's just like I went to LA and I just didn't like the people
Yeah.
there in general.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I feel like New York is real, and then
Yeah,
California is fake.
yeah.
Like Adam Ray is a Los Angeles
Comedian.
Oh, right,
and he's got faker style, I would say,
Yeah.
because he's just pretending all the time,
Right.
rather than like working all of his life experiences into
Comedy.
his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like whoever Adam or like Stavros Halkias, like Cumtown doesn't. They're pretty irreverent, or like they don't work in real stuff. Now that I think about it, like they say a lot of bullshit.
No, well, Stavros is like big now.
Yeah. Well, I guess like on stage, his stand-up is real, or like he'll pretty much just talk about himself, or just talk to the audience or whatever.
I struggle,
Right.
I struggle with coronavirus too a lot.
Yeah, Stavros pretty big.
Yeah, he's like a millionaire too, I guess now.
Yeah, well, he got a run on like all of the podcasts, or like he got picked up by all of the like Joe Rogan and whoever.
Yeah.
Santino,
Yeah.
Tom Segura. What do you think about Tom Segura?
I like him. He's an interesting man.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like pretty impartial towards him. I don't really follow a lot of his stuff.
Okay, you don't watch him a lot. Do you think he's funny? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be like, that guy's really funny.
No. For me,
He's funny at times. I think he was probably funnier like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever got someone
I don't
who
even
can't
know
say
if he
something?
was. I never followed his career.
Yeah, I don't know. I've
Heard about
seen
it.
a whole special of his.
Mhm.
But he has a successful podcast with his wife.
I've been
His
watching.
wife, I would say, is not that funny either, but that's just an opinion.
Yeah.
It's fun to have opinions and like disagree or whatever.
Yeah, but they have like a huge like podcasting network. I would say they have like a
Oh, I can't even do it.
like
They have a lot of
sub
reach.
podcasts.
Yeah. They've been doing it for a while and they have a lot of influence.
Right.
So what do you mostly make memes about?
No.
It looked like
Um,
music a lot of the
only thing that I
time.
was a little bit nervous about.
Not really.
No?
No, it's like the intersection between like Middle Eastern
The battery
culture
life, 'cause you were talking about battery life kind of
and
dominates.
American culture, and then mixed in with like politics.
What's the name of your Instagram that you can share with people?
Yeah, it's Arabs with identity
That's good,
issues.
that's good enough for me.
Two, because the first one got
It's like underscore two.
yeah, underscore.
Okay.
They're all connected with underscores. Those were
Okay. Yes, I was on your meme page. I heard about the Charlie XCX album because
Yeah.
of your memes.
Mm.
Hey,
Brad.
Yeah.
But it's the song I heard first is the one that's on the new one. That's like the 3 songs added.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think that all of Columbus found out about Charlie XCX through your meme page.
Yeah.
I don't think that is necessarily true, but maybe the comedy scene did.
Yeah. No, I think it was. She like gradually just became popular, and now it like got co-opted by the Democrats.
So, but how did you hear about Charlie XCX? It's a new album that you're like, oh, this is a good album that people like. That you started making memes about it at a time that was like before other people knew about it.
It was. She just dropped a new album. I gave it a listen. I liked it. And
Okay,
then-
so you knew sort of that an album had come out, just like right when it came out. So you're like
Because
following
people-
Charlie XCX.
No. People would like post about it,
Okay.
and then I learned that this other guy who's like, you know, Anthony Fantano, the guy who like reviews
Yeah.
music. He gave the album a 10 out of 10,
Oh, okay.
and so that made it more popular.
Yes, you saw the Fantano video also.
I didn't see the video. I just
Oh.
know that he gave her album like a 10 out of 10.
I mean, it is pretty much a 10 out of 10.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, all the songs are listenable on it.
Yeah, I agree. What's your favorite song off of the album?
Probably Von Dutch.
Von Dutch is good.
Yeah. And I like that one on your meme page. I want to guess the color of your underwear.
Oh, Guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that one's good.
Guess is good.
Yeah. What's your favorite song on that?
I'm gonna go with the classic. I'm gonna say 360.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's like a more basic sound on the album, but
I'm just like these poor people just came here.
They love it.
Yeah,
they love
absolutely.
it. The Currency Podcast. I can't talk enough about it.
Oh.
You gotta listen to it. It's on all the podcast platforms. It's just called Currency, and it's got a picture. The thumbnail picture is of like a mountain that is on fire on the top of it. Yeah, and
What does that symbolize? What's the?
The reason for that picture is that I was in Denver and driving around and listening to Crystal Castles, and they have great music.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, and looking at the mountains while listening to like Fainting Spells by Crystal Castles just made me think like of extreme things. Like, what if the top of the mountain was on fire?
Okay.
And so I wanted to make that a picture, but
Do you use the $sign in your logo?
nope.
Okay.
For in currency, the word?
Yeah.
No, the artist already took that.
Okay. I
There's
figured.
yeah. I haven't heard any of that guy's stuff, but I mean, I'm similar to that for making a podcast. And I made a beat last week, so I'm kind of like that guy, Currency with the $sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day I will arrive there.
Have him on your podcast.
Hopefully. That's what this is. It's just a vehicle for Currency, the
To come on your podcast.
artist. Yeah.
You're trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
Or Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I would love to have him on. He's in prison, but
Yeah.
which is not fair, I don't think. But I think that he's making songs for prison.
Oh, he's like, didn't Gucci Mane do that too? I think.
It's called
Who?
Gucci Mane.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I think so.
Is he still in prison?
No. He got out a long time ago.
I think Tory Lanez is in for 10 years.
For shooting Megan Thee Stallion's foot?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
I don't know about that. I feel like
I'm
he's
taking notes.
good enough of an artist that somebody should have intervened and said, no, this is Tory Lanez.
Free my boy Tory.
Who is it by?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You gotta look. You gotta know, man. What kind of?
I feel like that should have happened, but
Is it an ode to Tory?
what are you gonna do? The judge probably never
What
even,
is it?
like the courtroom.
Uh-huh.
It's funny when they,
No.
like rappers go in the courtroom,
On,
like
Did you not
YNW Melly.
research Cologne for like 3 hours before you?
That's not the setting that they belong in, but
No. Have you seen the picture of Young Thug or that video of Young Thug with like him and his entire
Leather, yeah.
I forget what the song was.
Yeah, layer of.
They played one of his songs in the courtroom.
yeah, I saw that they were playing YNW Melly's song "Murder on My Mind"
I know, but like.
Also, they did that.
because he was like on a murder trial,
Oh my god.
and the lyrics are all like, what is it? I mean, I killed him and whatever.
Select option.
The second verse I think is like, but it's not related to that at all. And I think he made that song before the incident occurred that he was.
Well, he was thinking about it.
That's what it is?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
He was looking for ways to put his song into practice in real life and make it a real thing.
Yeah.
We love him. We love YNW Melly. This is a pro YNW Melly podcast for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about Chapel Roan?
I do pulse points.
I'm pretty impartial
I
towards her
usually wear ode
too.
to toilet.
I like her.
She's
Ode
good.
to toilet.
Yeah.
Chapel Roan.
What's the little one?
It's really like the song Good Luck Babe is a lot better than all the other ones I heard, but
I haven't listened to that album, but I've heard like a couple of her songs. They're not bad. Yeah, I would say she's pretty good. But it's just, I've heard so much of her stuff around that now I'm annoyed.
yeah.
The same is happening with Charlie XCX's like rap album. Like, I'm just so tired of this album.
Yeah. What music are you listening to right now? Anything?
I'm listening to, old school Drake.
Middle notes are what
Nothing
you
was the
smell
same.
it. for the most part throughout like.
What number album is that?
Ish. It's just like you saw the rest of it.
Maybe it's his fourth
Well,
album.
he has like a billion of them.
Research. Just look it up.
What about you? What have you
It'll
been
tell you
doing?
how many sprays you can get out of specific million.
I have been listening
So when you
to
buy samples,
Don
you can go,
Tolliver.
like I bought
Okay.
samples for
He's good, I
all
like
of
him.
them.
Yeah, I've been listening to Don
They're
Tolliver
basically
and like
equal
Chapel
sprays.
Roan and Sabrina
That's why I'm
Carpenter.
taking
Yeah.
Just
notes,
because I
so can
have
know
heard
which ones I
about
wanna buy
them.
and which
Yeah,
ones I
yeah.
don't wanna buy. like
I mean, I wouldn't be like, obviously I promoted that I listen to those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I wouldn't want to advertise it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want people to know I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter, but I did announce it on the stage. But like, she made a cover of Chapel Roan's song, Good Luck Babe, and it's on YouTube. But Chapel Roan didn't make a music video for that yet,
Oh.
and I feel like that's a dirty move. But
No, I don't think so. Why?
it's not really a dirty move, but she is taking a lot of credit for this song right to begin with, because she made a cover of it that's like a good cover online that she did live.
Okay.
That's like, it's pretty soon. But she probably didn't cross her mind.
No, I think she was just being, just showing, paying a homage.
She's pretty crazy, I think.
So, Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's from Disney originally.
Oh.
She's probably crazy.
I guess so, yeah. Those kids, you can't have like a normal
Usually are.
childhood,
Yeah.
growing up in like that kind of environment.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Like Miley Cyrus, she broke the code, when she surpassed Disney in a way that like nobody had before. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like Hillary Duff didn't go public, what people consider to be a meltdown or whatever. Like that's what it takes to get out of that Disney thing. And Miley Cyrus understood that, so she just went crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm better than that.
What is she
I
doing
think
now?
even.
She still make music?
Yeah, I don't know. She had her time, but people like her a lot after the fact. Yeah. It's like people love her no matter what she does, even if she makes shitty songs now. Like Flowers or Malibu.
Right.
People love it just because it's her.
Right.
So you don't do,
Just get
don't do religion.
cologne, you know, I'm telling you, man.
I don't either. Who needs it?
Besides the smelling.
We should go to church more often.
What are your thoughts on cologne?
My thoughts on cologne are that
Do you put cologne on?
wear it. We got a couple cologne guys over here, it sounds like.
How good it is.
Cologne fellas,
I'm not a guy.
you identify as something else. Well, I mean, this is like a whatever gender kind of podcast, so it's pretty open, right? It's pretty chill, right?
I want to describe myself as a cologne guy.
I don't really wear cologne that much.
No.
Smell good too.
I guess it does, but like, it can be a little bit overwhelming to the people around.
I don't want to smell bad, you know?
I don't want to smell bad, but like, I don't want to invade other people's spaces.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? If the cologne is too strong.
You gotta invade it.
They're channeling their voices into microphones.
You gotta combine cologne and bad smells. Get both of them going.
Yeah.
What do you think, sir? Do you think bad smells you should combine bad smells and cologne in order to infuriate people around you? Or would you just use cologne?
Yeah, sure. I guess
Tremendous answer.
yeah.
You really blew me away with that one.
Absolutely.
So pro cologne. That's what we're.
I personally think it's very cool, but if it is not your thing, then I respect that.
I wish I used cologne.
I had a
more
period in
often.
my life where I used corn.
It's not for everyone. I mean, it's kind of for everyone though.
I feel like as
Like anyone could kind of put it on for a minute.
Yeah.
Cologne. It's not like hats. You're like a hat guy. Would you consider yourself a hat guy?
Yeah, I would describe myself as a hat guy.
Are you upset about that? That you let it become that way?
No.
You got yourself taken over by hats. Hats are just sitting on your head all the time. So dominant.
It's fun. A hat is a fun look.
More goddamn books, man.
I know, I wish I wore hats, to be honest.
I think you would look good in a hat.
Yeah, but I haven't worn them that much in my life to this point. You think I can just start?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's never too late to become a hat man. Are you going to the mic after?
No, I'm going to Miko's house. We're going to shoot a podcast episode.
For his podcast? Or for
Yeah,
your
I just
podcast?
can't get enough of podcasts. I just love them.
Hell yeah.
Wherever and whenever.
I will be looking forward to that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Didn't sound very enthusiastic. Because if you're not looking forward to my taping of No Disrespect podcast,
That's
with
what it's
Miko,
called? No Disrespect Podcast?
Yep. More than just No Disrespect.
That's great. I love that.
Okay, thanks. Just making sure that you're enthusiastic about things that I try to do. Okay, so here's a topic that I'm hoping will be interesting, which is that I put out something, like I put out the beat that I made in the episode from last week. I put it on Instagram, and I only get 4 likes.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is the reason for that? Why did I not get more likes for it? And the question is like, why do people not like me? Because
I'm not your. This is the.
no.
Okay.
Because I'm saying like factually speaking, because somebody else that I know that's like cooler, they put out the same thing, they'll get like 100 likes.
Yeah.
You know, the reason that I say people don't like me, I'm just talking about social media likes, and that's what I'm saying makes you somebody who's liked.
I think you need to, if you're posting stuff online, you need to be like consistent, and then slowly you'll garner a following.
Yes. Okay. So they're waiting for me to make more of them, probably.
No, you're just putting out your name right now, and then slowly, if you start making like beats that more people like, you will garner more people.
But then there's like, I put out something, and then it doesn't get that many likes because it's just difficult for people to like something I put up there.
Is this something?
No offense to me. I'm just, I'm saying it's like, for some people, they're unlikable, and then it's more difficult to be like, oh, I don't even want to click on it probably because I want the like.
Sometimes it is because you have like a low like count, people get discouraged to like a post.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Do you think that people like you?
I mean, I think you shouldn't care about that.
I think that you should. I think you should care about the likes that you. I mean, if you want like more of a presence.
Maybe you should, think about the people that you actually like and what they think about you, rather than generally.
Yeah, but it's those people that don't like it. It's like my friends and family. They don't like it.
They don't like the beat that you made.
I mean, I only got 4 likes. That doesn't mean they don't like it. It's just they don't feel, they're hesitant to click on it. What's the hesitancy about? Not that you would necessarily be the person to answer it.
I don't know.
It's just the question that's on my mind.
Currency Podcast has, I don't have an answer for that on Currency Podcast. Maybe you should.
My theory is that they know that I want the likes so much, or they're like, he's trying too hard for likes.
No, I think people just don't care.
But then why do they like the shit out of some bullshit that somebody else posts?
Because they care.
They care about that person.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to care more. Because I kind of was thinking, it's a debate I have is like, do I care a lot or do I not care? I can't figure it out. I think it's that I don't care.
I think it's like a little bit of transactional, right? The love that you put out, it'll come back to you.
Yeah, I feel like I put out love and I'm nice to people or whatever. And I feel like maybe it's that people love me, they don't like me also. I think it's that they love me. I'm a lovable person, not a likable person. Because some people are like that. I'm saying it's just the case that there's a number of people that it doesn't matter what they put out, it's just like it's pulling teeth to like their thing.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, I don't have an answer for you. I really don't. I thought this was a comedy podcast.
It's not.
Okay.
No. It's not a comedy podcast.
There was
but-
another podcast called Propaganda, right?
Right.
What? Okay. What's the difference?
The difference is that one I didn't start it.
Oh.
That one was just gonna be I'm making a new podcast for me to have guests on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I see.
But then I decided I'm just gonna have guests on the one that I already have.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like that. The reason I bring it up is just because people don't talk about not being liked, and also it's just like a lot of times somebody tries to volunteer. Oh, people don't like me. The response is that no, people do like you. I feel like that's invalid. We gotta tell people like, oh, you're just not likable, but it's something else. There's something better that they like you. It's just a topic that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So I bring it up, yeah.
Likability. I think I typically like when I meet a person.
Yeah, do you just kind of like everyone?
No, I tend to think that they don't like me at first. And I think maybe that's how you feel. You're just like in your head too much. Plus, a person's like actual likability to you is not determined by the fact that they liked a post of yours.
I think that that's an important thing just because, like, by definition of the word. It's like, oh, I want to use that against people. Like, oh, you didn't like the content? I guess you don't like me. I want to legally use it against people just so I can hold a grudge. No, I don't know.
You're scaring the people here, that's what.
I mean, I have a low-level scariness that I bring with me that I try to defeat within myself. Like, it's just kind of comes through in what I'm talking. Honestly, the other day, I was thinking to myself, like, that's scary, the things that you're saying and thinking.
Okay.
That's what I said to myself. And I'm like, that's scaring me.
Oh.
In an attempt to reduce the scariness that happens as just me as an individual for everybody else. Like, oh, like I'm calling myself out. Self-awareness. So like now I can reduce that and now my life will be easier. So I'm like, oh, you're even scaring yourself with the things you're thinking. But like maybe I shouldn't be watching like Mr. Ballin videos all the time and whatever, like horror stories. Do you know who Mr. Ballin is?
I don't know. Who Mr. Ballin?
Yeah, he's this guy, YouTube juggernaut that releases videos all the time, but he just has a story, like a campfire horror story of some real thing that happened, somebody who died horribly or some mystery. And for the video, he just tells the story in front of you. And it's interesting just because I like horror. I've always liked horror movies.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to enter into a less scary era of my life.
Yes.
I don't want to be scary, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it I was saying before that you're scaring the people? Forget
You were just like, you didn't like my post because you don't like me. It's not. It's
Well, it's not
me.
that.
It's not me. It's society's fault.
It's not that. It's just
You're
like
getting Jokerified.
you didn't like it. I mean, it's not that so much. It's just kind of like a joke. Because also I don't care. Also, I don't care that they don't. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell sometimes.
Also, like, because it doesn't matter if they do or don't, obviously. But it's like, still at the end of the day, obviously, I want all the likes. So I'm like, oh, what? I'm trying to figure it out. Like a loon or whatever. But it's like, it's not going to change what my approach in anything, whether the amount of likes.
No, I get caught up in that too when I like post something and it doesn't get a lot of likes. Naturally, you have a tendency to like hate yourself.
Yeah, well, if it's in comparison to all these other people that get a bunch of them for something similar.
Well, that's why social media is awful. There's a lot of bad things about it.
Yeah, it's a popularity contest.
Right.
Do you think that it's necessary, for being a stand-up comedian, to get a bunch of likes on social media? Because I would say that it almost is.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. A social media presence is necessary, right? Versus being a stand-up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's probably some exceptions, like almost exceptions, like Louis C.K. maybe doesn't
Louis C.K.
go crazy on social media.
No, he doesn't go crazy, but he kind of started it, right? He didn't really start it, but he would have people pay for his specials on his from his website. So he kind of like started to digitize it in a way.
Yes. It's like just. I'm somebody who I've not had that much of a social media presence during my life, and now I'm turning the tables. I'm being somebody who's out in the whatever. So I like making this podcast live, and I got to be on social media for a bunch of people that haven't seen me be on social media. I think that there's difficulty just in announcing I do stand-up comedy, I do live podcasts now, whatever, for me at least, because I used to not do any of that when I was religiously inclined, when I was in the Christian church.
Yeah. Well,
There was no-
job.
Yeah.
It's not a real job. Podcasting and comedy.
Yeah. That's a good point. How real is social media?
As real as you want it to be.
Because the effects of that, just the posting pictures and people liking it, is that fake or is it real? Is it necessary?
Dude, I'm actually I uninstalled Instagram and all social media recently.
Okay.
So I think there is a large benefit to it to just have a break from all.
But you're on Instagram with your meme page.
No, I just uninstalled everything.
Oh, you're getting off of social media?
I'm trying to.
Why do you want to do that?
Because I feel like my life is I'm constantly bound to this thing that doesn't really affect my life in a positive way.
Okay, so you are of the mindset that it isn't that necessary.
It's not necessary at all.
Okay.
You should live you should be
Ideally.
you should try to exist in the moment and not stare at a screen for 2 hours.
Right.
I'm just saying be more productive with your time. Go out for a walk.
I feel like being productive means posting something.
No.
For being a stand-up comedy.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna quit social media forever, right?
Yeah.
But I think that there is a benefit to also it ruins my sleep. Having to open my phone and scroll.
Okay, so it's just making your life worse. You're
It
trying to
is-
reduce that
It
activity.
is literally making my life worse. My sleep
Yeah,
is
okay.
shit. It's bringing in stress because I'm constantly worried, or not worried, but I'm constantly looking up, for notifications and what's going on.
Yeah, it adds a lot of stress or whatever. Like, I want to post stuff on Twitter, but I sort of want to do that all the time, but especially right now, it's useless to do that because everyone's just talking about Trump and Biden, and it's really obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't like any of that because, whatever, you can take a side and then get really angry about it.
Trump and Kamala.
Sorry, yeah, Trump and Harris. Do you like Syria?
I have like very faint memories of Syria.
Okay, so you're not like pro
I
Syria?
No, not
Where
really.
do your allegiances lie? Do you love this country or not?
I'm a man of the earth, of the world.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
You're kind of like go to and fro, like we don't know. You can't pin down Kinan, I don't think.
No, yeah.
You're just we don't know where he's gonna be.
I'm in a super state position of
Okay.
yeah.
You're like vibrating a lot
Yeah.
or whatever.
Vibrating a lot, yes.
You're like bouncing around.
Yeah. No.
You end up at Cafe Kerouac a lot.
Yeah, I used to.
What? You still?
No, I mean I used to come here to work a lot, but then I've realized that it's not really good or productive, and it's just me trying to avoid staying at home.
Yeah, it's a good place to go.
It's fun. It's a fun place to come to for sure.
I have trouble being productive in like coffee shops.
Yeah.
And sometimes.
Like I can't really sit down and like focus, as opposed to like being in a quiet room in your house and working. But the thing is, like that is not available to me because, well, it's for a lot of reasons that I don't really want to disclose on the podcast. I can tell you off of the podcast, but.
Oh, okay. I was hoping to get all the most personal moments, and then
So
that's why you record, is just to say the things you least want to say. It's like, oh, now you're on
It's
record.
hard to do that when.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't want to. You want to avoid that.
Yeah.
It's more about just like a consistent approach of putting out a lot of content that is okay,
Right.
rather than that expecting something really crazy to happen.
Right.
So we talked about artists. We talked about musical artists. We talked about New York versus LA. What do you think about Austin, Texas?
I think Austin is a place for comics to go if they want to like drown themselves
Okay.
out.
Yeah, it would be like impossible to succeed because there's so many people going there.
There's so many people. I mean, maybe you could like create like a sort of community or a scene there, because that's how people do it in New York. You kind of start developing like your own scene, and you know each person.
I feel like it would be harder to get big in New York, but I don't really know much about it. I only say that because New York is so big, and it would feel like I wouldn't know where to go or where to start.
Yeah.
Do they have an open mic at the Comedy Cellar?
I don't know. I'm not sure. The mics there are not great. They're all expensive. They're not like expensive, but you have to pay for them. And then you have to also like buy a drink at the bar. So you end up paying like $15. You know, plus like the subway ride just to go.
$15 for a drink?
No, in total. So you pay $5 and then like between like $5 to $8 for just stand up.
Oh yeah, for those open mics. That's what they charge you for.
But you also have to buy a drink.
That's crazy they charge you for those open mics. You would really have to just like get on shows real quick.
Imagine paying $8 and then going up on stage and eating like absolute like dog shit, and then being like, oh, I just wasted $8.
I know.
In a way that made me feel worse about myself.
That's Yeah, you lose that money for that one outing.
You're like,
Especially if you go there and like that happens a lot or whatever.
You're like, I have less respect for myself, and I've also wasted $8 to it. That's
Yeah, I mean,
but it's fun because you go back and you try to make people laugh, and sometimes it works, and it's rewarding. That's why this is addictive, I guess.
it's really rewarding when everybody laughs.
Yeah. What do you say, Tom? You said it in a way that sounded sarcastic.
I don't know. I probably just because talking about laughter in a way that's not funny is kind of funny or something. So it would be great if everybody laughed, but just like say it
Yeah.
totally dead inside.
Yeah.
The way that I say a lot of
You need
things.
to like start realizing that people don't get. And
You're right.
Yeah, and then they're
People don't get that I'm like not.
They don't understand that you're very sarcastic.
It's true, they don't. Because I'll be so sarcastic that I will convince them that it's the other way.
Right. I've done that a lot actually in the past, and I've learned that you're just being weird.
I know, it's unfortunate.
You're scaring people.
It's unfortunate that's the result. But it's like I'm
You're just trying to
I'm going for something bigger than that. It's not anything I'm going for. It's just like it is. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Just trying to have fun and say something that. The thing is that people are like sarcasm. There's always like a kernel of truth in what you're saying, even if you're kidding.
Right.
I want to say something that there's like nothing is true about it. So because people always think that there is something that you meant.
Right.
I just want to say things that are 100% false.
Right.
Yeah. But not all the time, just sometimes. Just when I'm joking.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think that Sandy Hook was a hoax?
No, I don't think so.
Come on.
Do you think so?
Just admit it. I think that it's fun to say that it is because apparently you'll get charged like $970 million.
Really?
Like what happened to Alex Jones.
That much? No.
Yeah, you know about Alex Jones?
$970 million?
Yeah, they took him to court because he said Sandy Hook was a hoax, and
I'm
then
aware of that.
the verdict was you have to pay the families like $980 million or something is what they chose. And so all that I can think of to do in response to that event on Earth is just to joke about that and call it a hoax as much as I can at this point. Because if it's like really $980 million has to exchange hands just because somebody said, just they suggested maybe Sandy Hook was a hoax,
No, but
then there's something kind of hoaxy about it. If you're really going to this length, this sounds like a pretend number. You have to pay $980 million because you said that. It's so ridiculous that, okay, let's just treat it like it's a hoax now.
No. I don't think it's just because of that. Like because Alex Jones is a crazy man, and he has a allegiance of crazy people.
Yep.
The people started harassing them.
Yeah, at the time, a little bit.
No, I don't think at the time.
They didn't keep doing it for a decade. It was like a decade ago that he made these
Imagine
statements.
having like your kid just ripped apart with like an AR-15. All right, and then you have like these fucking retards saying.
Yeah, it's difficult for them, but the world it's tough to live in the world. You have to put up with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's not easy. But 10 years later, these people are like, they've already won multiple lawsuits before this Alex Jones one, these families.
Yeah.
They've already gotten millions of dollars for other things. And they're still just like
They're
insatiable about it. They want to, as if they want to keep, like, why would you want to keep bringing up the memory of this event? I don't want to believe these families, but
Right.
like, I don't think it was a hoax actually. That's just a joke. But like,
No,
I think that these families are being a little,
greedy.
yeah, greedy for this tragedy that they should probably just want to forget about.
I don't know. That's yeah.
It's an important thing. We need to just keep it alive. Like, I don't want Alex Jones to have lost. I want him to. I want him to reign supreme. No, I don't know.
He still has a show, no? He's still
He's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. He's fine.
I think that after the vaccine thing, that he doesn't really have. I think that was his big thing. Like, his whole life was ultimately leading up to him telling people that don't get the vaccine. And now that that's over, I think that he's pretty much done.
No, well, I feel like now with Trump coming back, he probably has a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna wrap this up just because my phone might die pretty soon.
We have a phone call too.
Oh.
It's the
I'm a lucky guy.
It's the FBI.
Yeah.
They're coming after you.
They probably heard some of this.
Right.
But we'll have to do this again sometime, I think.
I mean, maybe.
It was fun. Yeah. Maybe not here. Maybe just somewhere private.
This was interesting. There's a reason why I wanted to do this, because I was like, this is going to be absolutely horrible as an idea. And as an experience as well. I would say.
I think it turned out okay, though.
It turned out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can make anything work.
I feel like it needs to be entertaining.
I feel like it was.
Maybe. No.
Of course it needs to be entertaining.
Right.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Dude, there was a period.
I went into this like, oh, I'm not going to entertain anybody on purpose.
No, there was a period where like, I don't know why people don't like me.
I know, that is entertaining, I think. Because I'm not being serious. I mean, I can edit that out. I got a few extra minutes.
I didn't know. I couldn't tell if, at the start if you were being serious or not.
I know, well, it's difficult. It's risky to bring stuff like that up because people think that you're asking for therapy or whatever because people are just retarded. They're like, oh, are you... They just want to stigmatize you for using, like, words that sound psychiatric. They're like, oh, do you have problems? Like, oh, do we need to talk about this? Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those people belong in the grave.
Okay.
Yeah. But, like I said, I'm trying to not scare anybody or anything like that.
Yes, this is
as unscary as I can be.
This is your Brad Summer. You're gonna be a jovial and nice man, well-rounded fellow.
Very jovial.
Right.
Very congenial. Very happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Constantly smiling.
I can't wipe the smile off my face.
Yeah.
I try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just trying to end it or whatever. Thank you, Kinan, for
Thank you.
by.
Thank you.
Love you. Love you, Kinan. Love you, Kafe Kerouac. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.